Good evening, folks. Welcome to Cabinet, Friday 29th of June 2018 at 4 p.m. in Huddersfield Town Hall. I've got a few apologies because this is a special arranged Cabinet on a Friday. I've got apologies from Viv, who's on leave, Masood, who's at work, Kathy, who's at a conference, Muz, who's on leave, and Erin, who's on maternity leave. So I've got their apologies. Item number 1, membership of the committee. We've just gone through that, and we've got 4 members here, including myself. Quality, absolutely. We've got definitely. Any interest, members? No. Admission of the public. We've got no public here. No deputations because we've got no public unless members have got any deputations or petitions. Member question time. We've got no members other than the cabinet members. Kirklees Council corporate plan. This is a refresh of what we did last year. It's basically just putting a bit more detail, but not that much detail. It's basically sort of focusing more around what we stand for as a Labour Party. And the key thing really right here that I want to draw members' attention to is making sure that fairness and narrowing that gap and addressing the diversity of our towns and cities and our communities is actually reflected in what we do. And that narrowing the gap, especially around the issues on poverty and inclusive growth and health inequalities is a major issue that I hope we can focus on next year. So this will be going to full council on the 11th of July. So hopefully we'll have a good debate there. So it's for approving here, and then the next phase will be to actually take it to full council. And I look forward to the debate with our other parties, because what we want to do is we want to make sure that our Labour Party values are in line with the council's values, because we are now the biggest party, and we want to make sure that we actually address the core issues that we face on a local daily basis in our communities. Having said that, the government as ever will be cutting our budgets. I don't want to steal Graham's thunder, but I'm sure he'll mention it. But we still have a duty to make sure that we safeguard the most vulnerable in our communities. Thank you. Any comments? Second? Any more comments? Right. Seconder? Dave? Yeah, thank you, the seconder. And Kate, thank you very much for your effort. Really appreciated, and thank all the staff as well that's been involved in producing this document. Thank you very much. Okay. Item number 7, financial outturn report, 1718. Councillor Graham Turner to introduce and propose.
Hey, Chair, thank you. This is a financial outturn report and rollover report for 2017-18. This is a detailed report into last year's Council's finances. Points worth noting are that despite the challenges of having to cut £54 million from the budget, we managed an underspend of £1.6 million against the revised budget. This underspend will be rolled over in 2018-2019 budget. Cabinet have asked officers to look at potential areas in the place-based public realm where the underspend could be invested to improve as a one-off our public realm. Officers will report back in due course to Cabinet with options on how the £1.6 million could be spent. Delivering this level of savings has of course not been without its impact on residents, as we continue to reduce services and remove some altogether, increase charges for certain council services and continue to reduce the amount of staff we employ. It's also worth noting that demand for many of these services from our most vulnerable residents, those with long-term illness and disabilities, and an ageing population is continuing to increase. With all these challenges, the delivery of the planned budget is testament to the hard work and commitment of all the Council employees and Cabinet members. Another point to bring to your attention is the Performance and Collection Fund, which exceeded its target on collection of council tax by 1.3 million. I am sure this is in no small part due to the huge effort put in by officers to drive up the payment of council tax by direct debit. And I would like to thank the officers for this work and for their continued efforts to get even more people to pay by direct debit. Reserves fell slightly over the year, but as always the picture around reserves is complicated, as some of the money that contained with the headline figures is money we hold for schools excuse me, and other ring-fenced items. It's important that we continue to ensure that we have sufficient reserves to deal with any unforeseen circumstances that may arise over the coming years. As usual, we have a significant capital rollover due to many reasons, but I'm optimistic that this year many of the programmes that have seen slippage in last year's capital plan will start to come to fruition. One of the real positives of our capital investment is that we have just recently received a 4-star rating for our website and digital services. This is the highest rating that can be gained. We used to be rated 1 star. This demonstrates that the money we have invested and will continue to invest in our digital services is money well spent, and we are now at the forefront of the use of digital technology. Very few local authorities receive a 4-star rating, so I have to thank all those who have developed these innovative systems that benefit us as a council and our residents. Chair, it's also worth drawing members' attention to the proposed rollover of 62,000 of unspent ward-based budgets. Chair, I seek Cabinet's approval for this report to be submitted to the full Council for its consideration in July.
Any comments, members? Any questions? Dave?
No, I just wanted to say. Yeah, I'd like to second that we receive the report, and I think we ought to be. Graham's right. I think we ought to be giving credit where credit's due, and we should be making sure that officers get the credit for the work they've done. And I think that, given the comments of some uninformed people about our collection rates, I think we should make it quite clear of how well we do and what an excellent achievement it is.
Thank you, Dave. I'd like to just echo what Graham and Dave have said, that our officers have actually done a really brilliant job. We were expected to make £54 million savings, and we achieved that. On top of all the transformation stuff and all the investment we're putting in. The area of overspend that is there is around children's services, but that's due to the fact that the government's putting less money in, so we have to actually bridge that gap somehow. And again, adult social care, the government is actually cutting on that. They made a recent announcement. They put NHS funding in of 3.4%, but what they've done is they've said, we will put some money in 2020, so basically they've put it in the long grass. But we will continue to fly the flag for our residents in Kirklees. We will continue to actually lobby government through the LGA. So well done, Graham, and please pass our thanks on to all the great staff that work for us. Everybody in favour of that report? Thank you very much, members, and that's the end of the meeting.